Hangeul and Korean. Lecture 3, in 2. Hangeul Creation Principle. 1. Hangeul Creation Theory 1. King Sejong conceived the idea of creating a new character after seeing that the people were illiterate and had difficulty communicating. Thus, we carefully observe the principles of everything in the universe. As a result, he thought that human beings were born with the principle of creation of all things in the universe. So the language used by such humans must have been made up of the principle of creation of all things in the universe. Thus, he came up with the creative idea that if he symbolized the creation principle of all things in the universe, he would be able to create new characters. From this idea, King Sejong tried to create a new character with Confucianism's Yin-Yang Five Elements Theory, which was the basis of philosophy at the time. This theory is a Confucian theory in China that explains the changes and interactions of all things in the universe through the symbols of yin and yang and five elements. This theory is very important in understanding Hangeul and Korean, so you need to understand it simply. The data on the right is a schematic diagram of Confucian scholar Togai Li Huang in 1568, to make it easier to understand various theories of studying abroad, including the theory of the yin and yang five elements. The Yin-Yang Theory is a theory that explains the cause of occurrence and change, believing that object phenomena all consist of two aspects with opposite properties, yin and yang. According to this theory, the earth, the moon, and the woman are yin and the sky, the sun, and the man are yang. King Sejong conceived, here, and created vowels and consonants. In other words, it is inferred that the world is made up of yin and yang. So the sound of human speech is made up of yin and yang. However, this idea is consistent with the facts revealed in modern phonetics, which arouses the exclamation of modern linguists. Next, the five fundamental components that make up the earth interact with each other, either in a win-win relationship or in a mutually opposite relationship. In other words, the theory is that the world order is formed when trees, fire, soil, iron, and water, which are the five fundamental elements that make up the earth, create or suppress each other. With this in mind, King Sejong inferred that just as the earth consists of five components of the pronunciation organ, which makes human speech, would also be involved, and created five basic consonants. Here, modern linguists elicit a second exclamation. As described above, King Sejong recognized human sounds by separating them into vowel and consonant through yin and yang theory. In other words, yin is the source of all things, so by inferring it here, we found the existence of vowel, which is the source of human sound. And yang appeared as the five elements of all things interact, and correspondingly found the existence of consonant, where human sound interacts with five pronunciation organs.